Hey, hey, it's Berta J with a whole lot less hair than I had yesterday. Got my hair cut. I think you noticed. Anyway, I wanted to build a salad for you. Remember that I did a video on how to keep your greens for more than a week? Well, I got my container here and we're gonna build a salad. Now take out, my hands are nice and clean. Put some greens in, that's the beginning. The next thing you're gonna do, I'm gonna put this off to the side and keep building and putting things on it. The way I store the vegetables that I use all the time is the same way I store my greens. I put them in an airtight container. Nice, these snap lock containers work really well. I always use red cabbage. And so I'm gonna put some of that on here. But underneath here, I already chopped it up. You can just shred it with your shredder or use a nice sharp knife. But you see, I just layer it with paper towel, put it on top, put another piece of paper towel on it, and it'll keep it from, it's a hard vegetable, so it'll keep it from getting like mushy. Cabbage can get that and very smelly. It's a cruciferous vegetable and it does have sulfur, so it's going to smell a little bad. Now you're going to do the same thing with carrot. I use carrots. They do weep some. They get very sad in this container, but if you see how I put the paper towel here, then I put another one here, and it keeps it so that when I go in the refrigerator and I pull out my greens, throw them in and put on my red cabbage, the next thing I can do is just put on my carrots. So here we go. Now, when these papers are going to get wet, they're going to get very wet, so take them, and because the only place it's been is on your carrots or on your red cabbage, all you have to do is take them and lay them aside somewhere, let them dry, okay? Let it dry, and then put it back in here. Right now it's pretty wet. I call it changing the diaper. You lift this out and you take the paper towels off because it's going to get really, really wet. So you take this off and then let this dry, and then when it's dry, you just fold it back up, put it back in there, close it back up like that, put the lid on, and you're set for another day. The other thing that I do is I do this for all hard vegetables. Anything hard that you're going to make. If it's tomatoes, I keep tomatoes. I usually use these, cherubs, or you can use just a regular tomato. Because tomatoes are very wet, and if you're going to use peppers, same thing. Don't do this with us. Don't put your wet vegetables in paper towel because it'll just sog up and it will spoil faster than if you just keep them in their natural casing. When you're ready to use them, then cut them up and put in your salad. Usually doesn't take that long. So that's what I'm going to do with these. Just going to cut them in half. The other thing that I do, another hard vegetable, radishes, also will weep. So I put it in a little container, a piece of paper towel, stick it in here, and chop up your radishes. Watch this. Chop them in half. Turn the chop side down. I don't know if you can see that, but chop it in half again, and then chop those halves. So now you've got fourths. And now they're all chopped up. So when you are ready for a salad, all you have to do is go into your little airtight chopped container with your paper towel on it and throw them on your salad. I even eat the little top part of it. So I leave that kind of hanging on there too. You could put another paper towel on the top, but because this paper towel is so big for this little one, I just fold it down like that. Here's the thing really driving me up a wall because I like scallions, but every time I did salad, it was the last thing I threw on. I had to keep cutting them up because they are wet. So if you like scallions as well, this is what I want you to do. You're going to cut the bottom off, toss that out, and then I'm going to cut it in pieces about that long. Cut it in half, and you're going to chop them. Now these are going to weep a little bit in your container, but I'm going to show you what I do. I don't put it in an airtight container, but I make it airtight in the refrigerator. Scallions smell like onions, and you don't want your whole refrigerator smelling like onions. So what I do is I put them in a ceramic container. This is just like a little dessert ceramic container. And I put a piece of paper towel in, and that's the last thing I put on, and they stay nice and dry. You can look at this and see how dry they are. These are kind of wet. But if you put it in here, push it down, just like that. And I do the white and the green together. I don't separate it. So the next time you want a salad, and the last thing you want to put on the top or the first thing you want to put on top, all you have to do is go to your ceramic container and put it in with a paper towel. Now the reason I put it in a ceramic container, because now the plastic won't smell like the plastic like I do for radishes. Radishes really don't have a great, a very pungent smell. But the ceramic container is like glass, and so it's not going to carry the odor of the scallions. And then with the paper towel, it's just easy to get out. See, you just lift it up, put it in your hand, brrr, over everything. Put it back in, you're all set. Now, in order to keep that smell inside the ceramic container with the paper towel, you're going to take a little tiny piece of plastic wrap, press it over nice and tight, both sides. It'll go really tight, smooth it down, and just for safety's sake, now it's going to be sealed. My refrigerator never smells like onions. You're going to put a rubber band around it, and it's set to go in the refrigerator. Store these in the refrigerator. Store these refrigerated, your radishes, your carrots, and your cabbage. Tomatoes, however, and onions should not be kept in your refrigerator. The tip I want to give you about storing vegetables, not only with your paper towel, but where you store them. Look at how they store them in the grocery stores. They store tomatoes not refrigerated. They don't store onions refrigerated, nor do they do potatoes refrigerated. That's another tip about potatoes in another video. But I just store them on the counter, just like that. So now after all of that, with all our paper towel method, we have just built ourselves, and you'll find this will get easier and easier as you keep your vegetables. Now, again, if you want to do the wetter vegetables like peppers, you want to do tomatoes, keep them in their natural casing, like I said before, and then just cut them up at the moment that you want to build your salad. And then you'll have a salad, and all you have to do is put on your favorite dressing, okay? I hope this helps you, and I hope it'll make you eat more salads because they're good for you. You want to get as many veggies as you can into your body because they're very, very full of all kinds of vitamins and minerals, and they help you. Let you also have beautiful skin. Your eyes are stronger, everything. Eat more vegetables, and to get a salad in you is one way you can do it. I'll be cooking other things and sharing more tips with you, but this is the one that I use practically every day, and I hope you will too. So bye from my kitchen. I'll see you next time.